Welcome to NUR 420. Over the next 8 weeks, we will spend time together examining the BSN Prepared Nurses' role in health policy. During this orientation, we will review the course objectives, the expectations for participation and engagement, the course's grading criteria, your weekly assignments, and your final public policy paper and presentation. The course objectives are embedded along with the end of program student learning outcomes in the weekly folders tab. Not each week's tab, but in the main weekly folders tab. These course objectives are mapped to the ESPLOs, and there are also weekly topic objectives which are located on the tab for the week as well as on the topic outlines. These are also mapped to the course objectives and end of student program learning outcomes so that you can know and we can know that you have met the objectives of the course and by the end of the program. There's also the course objectives along with the ESPLOs. They are located on your syllabus also, so that there is no lack of understanding what these objectives will be. Expectation for participation and engagement. You're expected to participate in this course in several ways. There are weekly learning activities for you to complete. These include not only looking at the course materials for the week, but participating in a discussion board, including responding to 2 other students in the course. When we do this, we want to make this a safe place. Some aspects of nursing policy are controversial for some people and polarizing, such as just think about vaccine policy right now. But people can have differing opinions. They back their opinions with evidence-based references, and we can disagree, but we can disagree respectfully, and everyone's opinion matters. We will be completing weekly quizzes that are 5 points. They're short quizzes on the topic material for the week, and then there's a weekly reflection that will be a short reflection that is required each week. A weekly discussion board entry is due by midnight on Wednesday. That's your initial entry, and responses to the 2 peers entries are due by midnight on Sunday. This is worth 10 points. There's also the 5-point quiz that I mentioned earlier is always due on Friday by midnight. The written reflection is due by midnight on Sunday, and that's worth 10 points. Week 5, instead of the reflection, you will be doing a advocacy letter to a legislator rather than the reflection. In week 8, there's no discussion board or reflection. You will create an advocacy plan, which is 10 points, and then your final policy paper and PowerPoint presentation for that paper are due in the final week also. There are rubrics and guides for grading and assignment of points located. You can view them in Start Here. All the rubrics are there. There's a rubric for every assignment that there is in this course so that you know what your expectations are. Mandatory assignments, you may sometimes skip an assignment, but the things that are absolutely mandatory are those policy paper and presentation that are due the last week of the semester. The last day is May 2nd by midnight, and that's a Saturday. All of the last week assignments are due on Saturday because Saturday at midnight is the last day of the semester. This is what the initial page with the table of contents in NUR 420 looks like in Brightspace. During the first week of the 8-week session, you should click around in the course to see what is available and review the information under Start Here in Week 1 under the Weekly Folder tab. What's in the Start folder? Important documents like the syllabus, course calendar, grading rubrics, the points rubric for the course. This is all information that's going to help you be successful in the course, so that you should review it in the beginning so you know how to work forward. And then this is example what the Weekly Folders tab looks like. Under this tab, you will find first the program and course learning outcomes, and then there are 8 folders, one for each week of the 8-week session with all of the work for that week in that folders. This will tell you exactly what you need to do to complete each week's work and assignments. And then at the bottom, there is the final paper and final presentation after the 8-week folders. So everything you need to know to be successful in this course is there for you. In each weekly folder, they all look the same. You'll find the topic outline, a weekly to-do checklist, recorded lectures, a PowerPoint document to follow along, supplemental video links sometimes, the quiz, the discussion board, which gets you the link to the discussion board, and the written assignments. And this is just a look at week 1 when you open it in the in Brightspace. Contact your instructor with questions, and you can do that one of 2 ways. If you feel like emailing the instructor, know that it will. Either way, it's going to take a day or so to answer, because there are lots of questions. Everyone's busy, but there is a discussion board that is only for asking questions. If you enter your questions there, everyone in the course can see them and the answer that the instructor gives you, so that it's very likely that more than one person has the same question, and that might be a way to easily get an answer. But feel free to also contact your instructor if you have any issues. So good luck this 8 weeks, and I'm sure you'll all do great, and be prepared for some interesting discussion on public policy.